Hello crafters, this is Jane Fires with Fun Stamper's Journey, coach number 151. This of course is our big catalog for 2017-2018. So today what I want to show you is how to use our new gel press. And gel press you will find on pages 254 and 255 in our catalog. The gel press is here along with our brayer, and I'll show you all of this. But then on the other side, the other thing that I wanted to show you out of the catalog is what's called Fluttering Hearts gel plate. And I'll show you that as well today, but we're not using that one today. This is the Fluttering Hearts one, and it comes just like the gel plate does in its own protective case, and you want to keep these cases. You don't want to get rid of them. And this is what the hearts look like, and at a later time I will do a complete demo with card on using this one. But today I'm going to stick with the main gel plate, and the reason that I am is that when you first get your gel plate, it will come like this, Journey Gel Press, and you don't want to get rid of your plastic covering. Your covering is what you always want to put your gel press back into. Now, when you take your gel press out, you're going to notice that you have two plastic coatings, one on each side. Don't get rid of these because that's what helps your gel press to keep its shape when you're done with it. Now remember, a gel press is just like jelly, and it's clear. So today I've taken mine out, and as you can see, it's flimsy. I have left it on my back piece of plastic for this particular part. I've laid it down. Now what we have to do is what they told us at convention this year, and that is you have to prime it. So what I'm using is whipped cream acrylic paint. Now you don't need a lot of this, but you do need some all over. So what I do is I just sort of dab it on in a few spots, and then take our brayer. And our brayers work very well, and they're very firm and very hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to brayer on my acrylic paint. Now I want this all over because remember what I'm doing today is I am priming. This is the first time using this particular gel plate. So I don't need a lot, but I need a good coating. So there I am. I have it all coated now. It is of course in white. And now what I'm going to do is simply take baby wipes. Okay, and you're going to need these, let me tell you, because this is the best way to clean your plates. And all you do is take your baby wipe and you wipe them off. And your acrylic paint will come off right away. At convention, the lady from this particular company that are making our gel presses said that she really enjoyed using all of our inks, because our inks are some of the best in the industry. And of course, I've used several different inks from different companies, and I agree. I think our inks are far outshining any of the others that are on our market. So this is all that you have to do. Wipe it off. And then I usually take a little piece of paper towel and I go back over it. So now my gel press is clean. So what I'm going to do now is pick it up, put it back into its case where it came, lay it in, and lay my top sheet of plastic on top of it. And that will protect my gel plate and help it to hold its shape. And all I have to do is snap it in, and my gel plate is clean and ready for the next time. So now this is how you prep your gel plate when you first get them. Nothing hard to it, very easy. But now today I want to show you what you can do with your gel plates. And so I'm going to pick up my old gel plate, the one that I've been using. And as you can tell, it started to discolor a little because I have used it so much. And what I do with this, once I'm ready to use them, is I put them down on a clear piece of acrylic. And I do that because then it holds it tight. It won't move around. It won't slide around. So now I have it down on my acrylic. Now what I want to demo for you today is using the acrylic paint again. So I'm just on this gel plate. I'm going to put a little bit of my white acrylic. And again, using our brayer, I will brayer it on. And you'll want to get your acrylic paint or any of your inks, because you can use our ink pads as well. You're going to want anything to be as even on your gel plate as you can. Now, once you've done this, you don't have to go over it real hard. Press down. If you do, it's going to make some lines in it, and you may not want those. So just go over it lightly. Then what I'm going to use today is one of our Winter Wonderland stencils. And this is a stencil that is snowflakes. So I'm going to lay it down right on top of my gel plate and my acrylic paint. Now when I do this, I just tap it in a few places so that I know it's going to adhere down well. Now because I've got white on here, I'm going to take a piece of navy cardstock, and I'm laying my navy cardstock right over the top of my stencil, and I am pressing it very firmly now with my fingers. The reason for doing this is on the other side, I want to pick up the ink, or the paint I should say, that I have down underneath my stencil. So by rubbing it fairly firmly, I'm going to be able to pick that paint all up and onto my cardstock. Now, before I lift this up, I also want to get another piece of cardstock ready to go, because once I've lifted up my stencil, I'm going to turn my stencil down on this piece, and then you will see that out of this one inking I am getting two different backgrounds. So pick this up, and there's one inking. So now I'm ready to use this as a background. Remember, because it is paint, they're wet. You're going to need to let them dry. Now, here is what I had down before. So now I'm picking up my stencil and I am laying it down on my navy blue cardstock that I have laying right here. Now, when I do this one, because you can get rather messy with this, so what I usually do is I take a piece of computer paper, because it's not very expensive at all, and I put it down on top of my stencil, and then I rub my hand. And by doing this, I am now going to transfer the ink from my stencil, or the paint rather, from my stencil to my cardstock. Now when I pick this up, you can see I have another background. Now it's not quite as clear, but it's fine, and you'll see that because I'm going to do a card using this right here. All right, so I'm going to lay that one aside, and then I'm going to take one more piece of navy, and I'm going to lay it down on the top of my gel press now, because I still have a lot of paint here and a lot of design. So I'm going to lay it down, and again, rub over the top of it well with my hand and my fingers. And pick this one up. And again, there's another piece that I can use for making backgrounds. So there are three different backgrounds that I've made using simply the acrylic paint onto my gel plate, my brayer, and our stencil of Winter Wonderland. All of these products may be found on my website at www.funstampersjourney.com/angelhugs. If you have any questions, you may contact me at serif, serif1@aol.com. The next thing now I need to do is just simply clean my gel plate and clean my stencil, and I'm ready to go. The next video I will show you how I did and what I did using the stencils and the backgrounds that we've made today. Have a great and blessed day. Thank you.